Snyder.
Tonight we travel down memory lane for the toy trains of Christmas. I look forward to this every year because they have brought me joy since I'm a little kid. Did you know that in 1953 the Lionel Corporation made 622,000 locomotives? They made 2.4 million cars all in 1 year. They were not the only manufacturer. There was, of course, American Flyer. There was Ives until the mid-1930s, and of course the trains made by Louis Marks, Marks Toys, which were sold in the dime stores, Woolworths and Kresge's. They were cheaper, bottom-of-the-line sets, but they were cute. And they exist as great collectibles even to this very day. You all know that one of the passions of my life is electric trains. I talk about them constantly, and the same is true for my good friend Tom McComas, video filmmaker for the past 20 years. He has put together one of the best-selling videos ever. It's called I Love Toy Trains. It looks like this. There they are. The miracle of television. His latest video is called A Lionel Christmas. We're happy to have Tom with us on the Late Late Show. We did a show over at CNBC a couple years back that they're still talking about. They weren't watching it, but they talked about it. What were your first trains as a kid, Thomas?
I did have trains as a kid, and it wasn't an elaborate setup. It was like a 4x8 board.
Same, yeah.
And a couple of trains running around. And they were great fun when you're 7, 8, 9 years old. But then as you get older, other things compete for your interest.
Sure, sports and ladies and
girls.
What happened to toy trains? They went away for a while, like in about 1965, 66.
I think the enduring quality of trains and the reason they have survived for 100 years, Lionel will be celebrating its 100th anniversary in the year 2000, is because, number one, of the quality. You can't get away from the fact that the trains are very well built. And also, they're fun to play with, so they'll come and go, but they always come back.
Yeah, and American Flyer, they're still produced by Lionel Trains.
They're produced by Lionel.
Marks?
Marks is, there's a new Marks Corporation producing trains outside of Chicago, and they're just started about a year ago, and they're producing, they just had their first catalog.
And I want to get as much action as we can here to show people what can be done with imagination.
These are two layouts designed by Broadway set designer Clark Dunham. One is in Des Moines, Iowa. The other is in Williamsburg, Virginia. This is American Railroads on Parade. His layouts feature elaborate backdrops. This is Dick Kuhn's car rail layout in Detroit. And I think it's the biggest pre-war layout ever built. It's 1,500 square feet. He was the former owner of Lionel Trains. He still retains part of ownership. This is a layout in Pennsylvania, a copy of the Horseshoe Curve in Altoona, that Phil Klopp's layout. This is Stan Roy, the man who owns the world record for simultaneous train operation. I think he runs 36 trains at one time.
Everybody seems to have a different area of interest, either beauty or run the most trains at one time, or have the most beautiful original standard gauge equipment. What's this?
This is the Lionel Visitor Center in Chesterfield, Michigan. And this is an example of a beautiful American Flyer layout. It's in Seattle, Washington, and Mike Colisea's built layout. These layouts are they take a lot of work, and they're like works of art.
I have a little layout at home. Nothing as elaborate as this, but I finished off my attic to have a place to run my trains. Maintenance is a key operation here. I mean, track has to be clean, the motors have to be lubricated, wheels have to be oiled. There's a lot of maintenance and meticulous care involved with these things. They don't just keep running forever with no maintenance.
But that's part of the enjoyment, tinkering with the trains, oiling them, maintaining them.
No, that's not part of the enjoyment. Not when your eyesight starts to go. And black locomotives with black screws. You can't. The second one, and then we'll do the break, is called the Hall of Fame. So these are what, famous electric trains?
Right, these are trains that have collector items from starting with the 20s, I believe. That's a Lionel State set made in 1929. There were two versions, one brown and one green.
Big, huh?
Big, standard gauge. All these are standard gauge. Before the war, homes were big, so trains were big. This is the Blue Comet. Some people think that's the most beautiful train ever built. Two-tone blue. The cars were amazing. They were 21 inches long. There was detail on the inside, swivel seats. This is the American Flyer Mayflower, chrome-plated, also made in 1929.
And we're looking here at 20s and 30s technology.
Right.
Wow.
That's a lot of hand. This is some people consider this the best mass-produced scale model ever built. It's the 1937 scale Hudson. And the GG1, a model of the Pennsylvania
Railroad.
Designed by Lowy.
Wasn't he the guy that designed the Coca-Cola
Right.
book? Yeah.
and this is the best-selling train ever made. It's the Santa Fe Lionel F3. And
the technology, though, of the stage sets and the blue comets made in the 30s, the 20s and the 30s, I mean, they were really ahead of their time in many ways in terms of mass-produced quality and mass-produced attention to detail. It's unbelievable what they have.
Compared to other toys of the time, they definitely were.
Which is why they've lasted. They're still around. We'll continue with Tom McComas. One of his videos is called The Lionel Christmas. The toll-free is up and running, but I suspect we'd rather look at the choo-choos. We'll see what happens right after these messages.
Hey, Tom Snyder, would you like to be a rider on a Lionel train with me? Hey, Tom Snyder, would you like to be a rider traveling around that Christmas tree? Streaking across that countryside, all aboard, everybody for a thrilling ride. Be on time for a front row seat. Get ready for fun that can't be beat. Hey, Tom Snyder, you're not dreaming. You're a rider on a Lionel train tonight. Tom becomes a little boy when he sees a choo-choo toy. Trains and tops with ton. I press a button and whistles blow. I push that lever and watch 'em go. Hey, Tom Snyder, ain't it great to be a rider on a Lionel train tonight?
Desecrating fine Lionel equipment to put our logo on it. What the hell's the matter with you?
when in recognition of your long-standing enthusiastic and affection and support of Lionel trains, when the folks at Lionel found out I was going to be on your show again, they made this special train up just for you, one of a kind, and they want me to present it to you.
Wow.
It consists of their flagship locomotive, the Chesapeake and Ohio Streamline Hudson.
Oh, my goodness.
And this one-of-a-kind Chesapeake and Ohio observation car that is complete with the Late Late Show graphics, your signature,
Oh, my heavens.
and your picture in almost every
Oh,
window.
my goodness.
So there it
Oh,
is,
that is wonderful.
and I know you'll enjoy it.
I certainly will, and my thanks to the people at Lionel Trains. That is very, very, very nice. Jeez. Desecrated a look. Now we'll go out to the collector's meets. This will bring the big bucks.
wait a while.
Believe me,
wait a couple of
I'm gonna. My heirs will still have it.
Right.
Now the next one is called, and thank you to all the folks at Lionel Trains. I appreciate that more than I can tell you. Where were the rest of the cars? No, it's a joke. Oh, the car, 4 or 5 cars. Yeah, the sleeping car, the dining car. That's a joke.
Next year.
Yeah, right, that's a joke. Christmas layouts. What people do at Christmas time.
Well, obviously,
I've got the videotape coming.
okay, toy trains and Christmas have become synonymous over the years.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. All right, look out. Dashing through that snow in a one-horse open sleigh. The fields we go, laughing all that way. Those bells and bobtails ring. They're making those spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A ring-a-ding-ding.
Christmas are absolutely beautiful. By the way, you make all these videos, don't you? You
That's
and your
true,
team.
sure.
And now the last one are the darn things that we all had. Did you have the accessories too, like the cattle car and the milk car?
I had those.
They had cars, folks, where cows would run around. Remember going in and out of the box car, and a guy would deliver milk cans on a platform, and a bridge would go up and down. And here are some that Tom and his crew have captured on videotape to tell us what we're seeing. Oh, yeah.
This is an American Flyer. This is a mixture of Lionel and American Flyer. They all worked pretty well. The milk car was a little erratic. But they did amazing things.
It was unbelievable for its time. This is what, 50s technology. Oh, this was great fun, the magnetic crane. My brother and I used to load the car, unload the car for hours. You'd go hours on end, but the milk cans always kept the barrel loader. Oh, and then the sound of the motor.
They all had buzzes. These evoke incredible memories in people. When they see it, they, everyone's got a train story.
Oh. But when you think of the imagination of the design engineers that went into this stuff, it's remarkable what they did with vibrate. Look at here, the horses. Yeah, look at these guys. They're on speed, Yeah, they're the cops. The water tower, that's good.
Okay. Bang.
But with little motors and vibrating mechanisms, they brought model railroading, toy train railroading to life. In fact, one of the reasons I stayed with toy trains as opposed to scale models was I like this kind of. Oh, look at this.
That's the rocket launcher. Blast off. He happened to be a rocket scientist, by the way, who built that layout.
Is that right? Anyway, listen, I thank you for coming in and doing this with us tonight. It brings back memories, I hope, for the crowd back here. And no, they don't have them where you drop the pellet in the smokestack anymore, do they?
No, that's true. They have liquid now.
All right. Happy Christmas from Tom McComas and Tmbooks and Videos. Thanks to the people at Lionel for the wonderful toy, which my granddaughter will treasure under her Christmas tree this year.